Populations in several key NATO member states are generally reluctant to arm the Ukrainian military forces. That's the conclusion of a new survey published this week by the US-based Pew Research Center. The poll found that if Russia attacked a bordering NATO member ally, for example Poland or any of the 3 Baltic states, they would be against sending soldiers from their country to help. The results could make interesting reading for some EU politicians who've attempted to combat Kremlin attempts to split opinion in Brussels about how to deal with Ukraine and the bloc's policy towards economic sanctions on Russia. It's one of the largest polls ever on finding out about public opinion on the issue. So let's have a look at the results. One of the most interesting questions: would you support NATO sending arms to Ukraine? Among European respondents, 50% in Poland, 42% in the UK and 40% in France backed the idea. But look at this, only 25% in Spain, 22% in Italy, where President Putin is currently, and fewer than 1 in 5 in Germany backed the idea. Across the Atlantic in the USA, where Ukrainian Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsenyuk has just been, 46% of the respondents backed NATO sending arms. The Baltic States has been alarmed by the Kremlin's foreign policy towards Ukraine, fearing they could next be attacked. But if such a scenario occurred, would citizens in other key NATO member countries support sending their military to help? Well, don't count on German support. Some 58% of interviewees in Germany were against the idea, while 38% argue they should. Others remained undecided. But why? Well, the impact of EU sanctions against Russia on German business and decades-long anti-American sentiment were among the reasons pinpointed by political analysts. The results again highlight the general dilemma for European governments about how to pursue a favourable foreign policy towards Ukraine without dampening voter support back home.